We've got news updates on a potential Bloodsport remake, the adventures of Cliff Booth, the upcoming Scooby-Doo series, the special features on the Scream 7 Blu-ray, and a whole lot more on this edition of Movie News Daily. Let's get into it. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Welcome back into JC's Movies, where you can see all kind of movie and TV show content with me, JC, as I continue the Movie News Daily Show here, bringing you movie news updates every Monday through Friday. And we got several different movies to talk about today. We got Scream 7 Blu-ray news, some of the featurettes that'll be featured there, potential release target date for The Adventures of Cliff Booth, the follow-up to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, news on a Bloodsport remake, which I'm lukewarm on. We'll see what happens with it. I do love Bloodsport, and then a few other things we want to get to as well. So with no further ado, let's dive into the March 19th edition of Movie News Daily. Let's lead off with this. The live-action Scooby-Doo series that we know is coming on Netflix revealed the full cast here, the full main cast. We already knew about McKenna Grace as Daphne. We talked about that previously, but we're getting Tanner Hagen as Shaggy Rogers, Abby Ryder-Forston as Velma Dinkley, and Maxwell Jenkins as Fred Jones. Now, outside of McKenna Grace, I don't know a lot of the others' work, a lot of their acting ability necessarily, but I will say, just judging by the pictures, it looks like they got some good fits for these characters for sure. And from there, I had to talk about this one, Bloodsport being one of my favorite action movies of all time. They've been talk of a remake for a while now. Seems like it's finally going to be in the works here now. Coming from A24, which is interesting. And the person that's making it is Michaela Cole. She'll be writing and directing, and she's known for I May Destroy You. She'll be writing and directing the remake of Jean-Claude Van Damme's martial arts classic, Bloodsport, which I prefer Bloodsport to even Rocky. Like, I love Bloodsport. And here we go. Here's what she had to say, which, this I like her comment here. She said, I've long been in awe of fighters and astounded by the discipline, intensity, and isolation the sport demands of them. I'm excited to explore this world, especially so with A24 as my collaborators. Let's fucking go. All right. I like the passion. I like the passion she's got right there as she's going to remake this thing. As you see, picture of her and, of course, the great JCVD and the original Bloodsport. I just hope it doesn't suck, man. Just as long as it's good, you're going to use the Bloodsport name. Hopefully it's not just in name only like some other remakes, like, Black Christmas was nothing like Black Christmas. It just used the name. I hope this doesn't go that route. And give me a JCVD cameo, at least. That's what we need. I got to have that in here. We'll see what happens with it, but I don't know. Nothing's going to top the original probably, but hopefully it's not bad. And then news on the David Fincher and Quentin Tarantino team up that we've been talking about for a long time here on the channel since that news first broke. I think it was last April Fool's Day, funny enough that it came out because I didn't believe it at first. But Quentin Tarantino wrote the script and David Fincher is going to direct The Adventures of Cliff Booth, the kind of follow up there, quasi sequel to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. We've been waiting on a release date. Don't exactly have a release date yet, but Deadline has shared that it will release at sometime in August on Netflix. Culture Crave sharing that on social media, so at least we have a general idea now of when we're going to get The Adventures of Cliff Booth starring Brad Pitt. And then yesterday, we had some news come out on the Scream 7 Blu-ray featurettes, which I'm excited. Can't wait to pick this thing up. Shout out to Brittany Vinyl for sharing this one on social media. And some of those special features that you can find on the Scream 7 Blu-ray will be Scar Tissue, which is like a little mini documentary, I'm guessing, talking about the making of Scream 7, Building Tension, which talks about the production design, Dance of Death, which highlights some of the stunts. They have the Twisting the Knife music video, which was awesome, from Ice Nine Kills and McKenna Grace. And there will be some deleted scenes included here as well. Interested to check those out, see what hit the cutting room floor here for Scream 7. And then we talked a little bit about Spider-Man Brand New Day yesterday as we went through the synopsis, but also we've now learned that this takes place after the events of Daredevil Born Again Season 2, which we'll be releasing here in the near future. And hoping to see Daredevil pop up in Spider-Man Brand New Day. I definitely think it's a possibility. And then we've also got the first poster out now for the next Guy Ritchie movie, which is going to be releasing on May 15th, so we can get that this spring. And I'm intrigued because you got Henry Cavill and Jake Gyllenhaal teaming up for this one. Isaac Gonzalez in there as well. But, Henry Cavill and Jake Gyllenhaal in a Guy Ritchie movie definitely seems interesting. Definitely seems like something I'll probably want to check out. In the Gray is the title, and like I said, releasing on May 15th. And then just lastly, you know how we got to wrap it up here on Movie News Daily. A little on this day in movie history as I continue to put this out both on my Twitter X page and on my Instagram. And if you want to follow me there on Twitter X, whatever you want to call it, I'd appreciate that as I try and build up that following. There's my handle there on the screen. But some movies that were released on March 19th, you had Dreamcatcher in 2003, and then two that I really enjoy, the Dawn of the Dead remake from Zack Snyder in 2004, and then Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, also released in 2004. So a little on this day in movie history for March 19th. And with that, we will put another edition of Movie News Daily into the books here for March 19th. Appreciate you guys checking this one out. If you haven't yet, be sure you hit that subscribe button. That way we can talk some movies together. You can get these movie news updates directly into your feed every Monday through Friday as I continue to bring them here with this Movie News Daily show. That helps me out. And you can also help out really quickly just by hitting that thumbs up button. Giving the video a like will help it hit that algorithm better, and it'll find other movie and TV show fans like you and me, especially within the superhero, comedy, and horror genre, as we talk those a lot here on JC's Movies. And then just lastly, you've heard a ton of my thoughts on everything that I discussed here in this episode, but would love to hear some of your opinions as well, whether it be on any of the movie news updates we covered today or just anything you want to throw in there, movie and TV show related, down in the comment section. Always enjoy chatting movies with you guys, and those interactions help me as I continue to grow the JC's Movies channel here on YouTube. Having said that, I appreciate you tuning into this one, and I will catch you on the next one.